The fire was really hot, I think, when it came through this area. The Doolittle's house was there, and then it kept going towards the south and east. And this is the creek, where all the trees are here, the creek bed. And it burned all the brush here in the creek bed, and totally burned the bridge. They've temporarily made a crossing here, but just about a week ago they built a new bridge, which is beautiful. See, the buttes are in the background, and Bayless's house is right behind that truck, and the fire swept down across here and to the Doolittle's house, which used to be right there. There's one wall left standing, and they're planning on rebuilding, and so they're working on cleaning up the debris right now. The fire must have been really hot. Many a good time here. It's the freezer where I used to get popsicles all the time on a hot day. What's left of the freezer. Dave and Mary Lee had a lot of antiques, and we've been sifting through things. This is some of the glass. This was silverware,
get all this stuff here. I'm
all melted into glass.
So get it all up on the concrete.
We think this was an aluminum platter
right there.
at one point. Aluminum platters that all melted.
Air check.
David's sign survived, true value. And this is a tree that was in the front yard. You can see it's pretty well burned to a crisp, except right there is the green leaves coming out of the tree. David says he put his hand there and asked God to save the tree, and that's what happened. This is the new bridge. And Jake. The fire destroyed this bridge totally. And it was on both sides of the bridge. It came right up the creek, all through these trees, and to the other side as well. Fire burned really hot in this area. The sycamore is starting to come back, but all this was total brush, and now it's all cleared. And the fire went across this open pasture in the grass. The road makes a sharp turn to the south again, and the fire, it appears, came from the northwest to the southeast and burned all through these trees. Continuing along the road, the number of trees have been cut down, and the sides of the creek, you can see still 3 months later, just the ashes. The the south side of Runaway Road, and they cut a road across because the bridge on the next road burned down. So this is how the people could access. The fire burned all the way up. There's the creek on the south side of Runaway. And then this is the Yolton's house on the north side of Runaway, which they stayed with water and preserved. This is what's left of some really large trees that used to be by the creek on the south side of Runaway Road by the front bridge. The fire burned all through the creek here. And then here's the bridge, and the fire stopped. It did not burn on the left side of the bridge, but it totally destroyed the right side of the bridge. To appreciate how lucky I am, this is from the other side of the bridge looking back. Here's the bridge on the left, it's totally burned, and the fire went to the south from here, down the creek bed. On the right side of the bridge, the north side, these did not burn. And right there is my house inside those trees. So, if the fire had gotten into these trees, I'm sure my house would be toast. And that's how close it got. One last view from my own yard. Those trees along the creek, right there, were totally burned. Here's where the fire stopped at the bridge. And then you can see my garden shed and then the corner of my work shed. That's how close to my house it got. Lord knows why it stopped there, except for the wind and neighbors using a lot of water. So there's my documentary commentary on fire at Runaway Road, September 5th, 2008. Okay, that's it. Now we're entering Bayless's, and this is all that remains up here of a beautiful. Here we are at taking Emma's house, to Doolittle's house, which used to be right there.